Hey guys, what's up? Chase here, back again with another episode of the Corner Store, joined by Negus as always. How you doing?
Doing good, man. How you doing?
I am doing good. Just finished my Q&A video, and that was
Wow.
a journey.
Bro, that looks long. Like, it's like an hour.
Yeah, and YouTube just shadow deleted my comment that I spent over an hour writing, so that's nice.
That's insane.
So I gotta rewrite that after this, so that's gonna be fun. But
Good luck.
yeah, so anyways, let's talk about something more positive. So today,
All right, cool.
the idea for this episode of the Corner Store is I want to talk to you about the potential of new ranked modes in Splatoon 3. Or you know what, not necessarily even ranked modes, but just new gameplay modes in general. It doesn't have to just be ranked. So I myself came up with a couple of ideas, and I think you have one, so
All right.
we can discuss them. But yeah, so I'll talk about mine first. So
Go ahead.
the first thing I came up with is that I think they could realistically do is, it's not even ranked mode, but you know how sometimes people will get in a PB and they won't even actually play, like they'll do like these random games that they came up with.
Right.
So there's like hide and seek, there's laser tag, and there's even some other stuff that people play. I think it'll be very wise of Nintendo to make their own spin on those games. Like, it doesn't have to be exactly how people play it now, but like maybe make your own version of hide and seek with its own rules. And maybe, well, I guess laser tag would just be a sniper only battle anyways. But
No, I think that'd be great. Like, just knowing how the Splatoon community is already, if they do something more official, the casual scene will lose their mind. That people already play hide and seek as it is, content creators and stuff like that. So I think it'd be a great idea.
yeah. And then, you know, they could do like the whole like sumo match with like the brushes only or something like that, but create an actual like arena just for that. I know that's going a little far, but if they did that though, that would be so huge for the game. I feel like
That
so many
would.
people would be into that. And let's see. So before I hear your idea,
right.
I just want to say that we do need to recall that there were two scrapped ranked modes for Splatoon
Yes,
2,
there were.
and that was the rocket mode and the 8-ball mode. So I wanted to ask you, what are the chances that you think maybe they bring back one or two of these, but slightly altered so it's more professional and not like the mode that it was before it got scrapped, but like bring back elements from it, like maybe something similar to the rocket, or like something similar where there's an 8-ball involved. Like, do you think there's a likely chance of that, or do you think no, they're done with that?
I think that, like, so personally, I'm of the mindset that there's something that they're hiding, especially with the rank modes, because I feel like they would have shown something already about them. So I do think some new changes are coming. I just don't know. I don't remember the rocket one. That's been like so long ago, but I do remember the 8-ball one. I'm not personally excited about that because it seems like, if I remember correctly, it was like working with the team to push the ball to the other side of the map, right?
Yeah, it does seem pretty toxic.
Yeah, that doesn't seem very fun. So I'm not gonna lie to you. I kind of wish that they would stay away from that.
Okay, so that's fair. I did want to ask one more thing before you tell me your idea.
All right.
Do you think it's possible? Do you think they're going to bring back every mode from Splatoon 2, or do you think they're going to cut some of them and replace them?
So I think that Rainmaker, Splat zones, and tower control, I don't think those are going anywhere. I think that they've had that for like a while now, but the more and more I've noticed with how Splatoon 2 works, I'm noticing that people really don't like clam blitz. I actually like clam blitz, but I'm noticing that even from a casual perspective, a lot of people really do not seem to like want to play it. It seems like, people, even when it comes to League, like there's people that just don't want to hop on for League for it to play with their friends. And it's way too complicated. Even though the game is a team game, it's a single player game. Like, I know a lot of us like to think that it's a team game, and it is played as a team game, but the average person is treating this like a single player game. So the fact that you have to work together with your teammates, I feel like is a little bit daunting to a lot of people. So I can see that this map, that game mode not returning. I would hate it though, because I like the game mode.
Yeah, I'm one of those people you were describing, man. I don't really like it. If I see it in the range rotation, I'm just, I'll play later. That's how I act when I see Clan Blitz. But
So sad.
it depends on the map, though. Like, if it's on, like, Ink Blot and, I don't know, Snapper, I'll play it. But if it's on, like, if it's Clan Blitz on, like, Kelp Dome and Moray, like, heck no, I'm not playing. Whereas if it's like if
Man.
it was like tower control on those maps, I would consider it. Probably not still, but I would consider it more.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Okay. That sucks.
so you think that Rainmaker is still gonna come back in the way that it
I
is?
think so. I think that Rainmaker is way too popular of a mode, in my opinion. I think it's the most popular mode, especially in the West and like America. From what I've noticed, is like it's like one of the things of like the freedom of having this like big weapon that does all this damage. I feel like a lot of people like that personally. I feel like Splat Zones, in my opinion, Splat Zones actually solo wise has become one of the worst modes because of just people dying
Yeah, they
way
don't know
too
how to play it.
often. They don't know how to play it, but I feel like that's never going anywhere because it's like one of the core like gameplays of this game just in general. So yeah, the only thing I can see changing is tower control. Maybe they'll like alter the specials so that it won't be as snowbally. Rainmaker is definitely one of the most like popular maps modes though.
So here, what I'll say about Rainmaker is I do think it will come back, but I think it's a likely chance that they will rework it a little bit because they need to do something about the going back with Rainmaker and taking it in your spawn.
Really?
They need
like
to do
it's
something
like
about it.
strategy.
It's strategy on some maps. It's just cheap on other maps. I feel like.
Okay.
And like
Uh,
the Rainmaker free zones, like I know that the timer ticks down more if you're inside them, but I feel like you might just need to die instantly or something if they do that, or punish
get
you
you.
more at least. Like make the timer go by super fast.
So you can't stall.
Yeah. I don't know. Just like I feel like the mode has a lot of flaws. I still like it though. It is probably my favorite mode alongside tower control. But I do think it's likely that they'll make some adjustments to it. But anyway,
Okay.
so now that we talked about that, let's hear your idea because you said you thought of a potential idea for a new mode.
So now that I think about it, I have two because I thought of somebody like brought this up before. So the first one actually is a 2v2 mode. And if that would like entail like them actually like coming up with new game modes for that, so that there's just like different ways, like say if you want to play with your friend, you can like link up with your friend for it, and it's like just like different modes. I don't know what mode it would be exactly, like because it'd kind of be weird playing zones with a 2v2, but like other situations like that, and then maybe possibly even a 1v1 mode. I think that like this game doesn't have like there's this game has like weapons like 10 attack and stuff like that. I think any mode that would allow you to play, because you always have the dude in your comments that be like 1v1 me, 1v1 me, but like there's no real way to do it in this game. So I think that like it would be kind of cool if there was a mode that allowed you to 1v1 people. Like there was some form of an objective, like say for instance, like if you splat them, it lets you could take control of an area. It's like a tug of war type of thing. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that would be kind of cool. Now, on to the big part about this. So I know that I laugh when people bring up battle royale. I'm not the biggest fan of people just spamming battle royales, but I do think that Nintendo could come up with an interesting battle royale for Splatoon. Now, will it happen? No, because the Switch will probably blow up for it if they did it. But I think a casual mode where like people can like venture around in an area and like swim around in ink, if it's like 50 versus 50 or something like that, I think that would be really like dope.
Yeah, 50 versus 50 would be interesting.
I think it would be cool. Like genuinely, like they find some way to do it as a team. Like you pick a side and then you kind of like are trying to like take over like the map in like a way, like a big map in a way. So and some people have brought up the fact that like, oh, but like how that like there is armor in the game already. Like they really could make an armor system for Splatoon, like a battle royale type thing, like the story mode armor. So I think that would be like a cool concept. Like you can like look around for like armor, look around for like maybe like different weapons and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And like find your own play style of how you want to play the game. So I think that would be a cool mode.
You think they would make like new maps for that mode specifically if it was the thing?
Yeah, like I think they would. They would have to make one like really big map for it. I mean, they could probably find like they probably could do some assets for that, but again, it's the Switch, so good luck with that.
Because people always say that, like, oh well, that wouldn't work because the maps aren't big enough. It's like, okay, then make bigger maps. It's like I don't get that argument that people like. Oh
yeah,
no,
I think it's mostly the fact that people hate new ideas like that, like, or popular ideas.
Yeah.
So they look at it and like, oh, are we only doing this because it's a popular thing to do? But I don't think it's a bad thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, genuinely, I don't think it's a bad thing. I just think that if like they're doing it as a way of just like clickbait and it like basically almost cannibalizes the other modes, then like, nah, don't do it. But like, I feel like something fun like a Splatfest like that, where like it's like a unique idea, I think that'd actually be a lot of fun.
So going back to what you said about the 2v2 things,
Okay.
that made me think, you know, the 8-ball thing we are just talking about, do you think that might work better for 2v2 compared to 4v4? Like, I feel like that might be interesting. Like, maybe make the ball super heavy, so like it barely moves if there's only one person on it, but if both of you are on it, then it actually like gets it moving. I feel like that could be actually pretty cool.
No, you know what? Actually, the way that you're talking about it now, like 2v2 or even 1v1, like if you're able to splat them and then like you're able to push the ball forward to like a certain section, and then it's like, okay, cool, like you got it to that section, now it's like, you know, the next person, like you have to, like the next person respawns and then like you keep pushing. I don't know if that's what you're talking about, but I think that would actually be a cool idea.
Yeah, no, yeah, that is what I was going to, yes.
No, that would be cool, actually. I agree with you.
Yeah,
there's
like
so many things that they could do.
A whole 2v2 mode with like a bunch of different individual modes just for 2v2. That would be amazing. They should do that.
Yeah, no, actually, that's a really good idea.
So I just had one more question for you, and then I'll get into my final idea. But I was just gonna ask.
Right.
So you were talking about battle royale. What's your opinion on like a team deathmatch kind of thing, where like you just kill each other, no really objective? Do you think that would work?
No really
or no?
objective. Like I think anything can work with like Nintendo really putting their mind to it. I think it can. It's just like, how would they go about it exactly? To be honest with you, that's kind of the real question. Like, would it just like be a continuous like drop-in thing and then like you just keep playing and that's really it? Like, what would be the objective of it? Like, who can get the most splats?
Yeah, like who can get the most splats. The one thing I think they would need to do if they ever did that would be like they would need to up the health on people, because it just wouldn't work with the way Splatoon works, because like you could shark and stuff.
Right.
So how lame would that be if you enter a match and then like you just die because someone sharked you and you die and then you're out of the game, you know?
Yeah.
Like that is, so I feel like they would need to make some adjustments, which is why people say that wouldn't work, and I agree with it. But I was just wondering what your opinion on that was.
I think that a lot of things can work with like Nintendo doing it, as long as it's not like maybe a rank mode, maybe it's for fun. Have you ever seen like Valorant's like team deathmatch, or like not team deathmatch, like open, is it team deathmatch? I don't really know exactly what it is, but they have like a thing where like you can go and then like see who has like a whole bunch of kills, but it doesn't count for anything. It's not like rank or anything like that. It's just for fun. So like you can like pick up different guns and like try different things and stuff like that. I think that it would be, I just don't know how it would work. Like there's a possibility, like, you know, but like would they restrict certain weapons? So like would like heavy weapons not be able to use, and it's just like a 10 attack simulator and they're all just running around trying to like substrafe as fast as they can, and like pros and stuff like that.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it's possible, but they'll definitely need to make some changes. But anyways, the final thing I want to discuss with you is I came up with an idea, albeit a very not well thought out idea. I just came up with it in like 2 minutes, so there's probably a lot of flaws with this, but I think the concept is interesting. So I guess you could say mine's similar to a team deathmatch, kind of, except it's less people. It's not 100 people, maybe like 20. Okay. But the concept I came up with, it's a little similar to Salmon Run, actually, wherein it forces you to use different weapons throughout a match. So I was thinking like maybe it's like a 10-minute match rather than a 5-minute match, and like every 2 minutes it forces everyone to switch their weapon. Maybe like you all have to use the same weapon. I don't know. It could be something like that. So there's no unevenness going on. Because obviously there'll be a problem with like someone gets a certain weapon that they're good with, and then another person gets a weapon they don't know how to use. So obviously that's an issue. But I don't know. I just think that'd be an interesting concept where like people have to change the weapons throughout the game. So it would reward more diversity in terms of stuff you know how to use. But I don't know. That's just a little thing I came up with.
No, that's a dope idea. Like, yeah, people have talked about like, why can't you change your weapon in game? And like, obviously there would be implications of that because you just change to the weapon that you need at that point in time. But yeah, I think it would be a dope idea.
Just imagine like on Moray, you just like swap to the E-liter, snipe someone, and switch back to your sploosh.
So it's back to another weapon. Yeah, that'd be hilarious. I mean, I'm I still think that there's something like big that they're holding back. You never know. It could be like, yeah, like you get a secondary weapon.
Yeah.
That'd be insane. But like, yeah, the ability to change weapons if they made a game mode like that, that'd be kind of cool. Like, so I don't know if you ever seen like Apex Arenas, and now I'm kind of like just thinking about it. Like, have you ever seen it before?
I haven't.
Okay, so Apex Arenas is it's kind of similar to like what Valorant does, but like basically it's a 3v3 mode, and what you do is you are each team is on different sides of the map, of course, and like you have a buying phase, so like you buy certain weapons, right? So like they restrict the weapons that you could buy. Like, so say for instance they have like they might have one sniper, they might have like a couple few different guns or whatever. But I think that like would be like a cool thing for Splatoon, because they have this whole crazy like weapon system. And like if you could like pick out, like even if it's 3v3 or 4v4, and like it's, I know people will get mad because it is one death, like you would be done after that. But like I feel like it would be like a cool way like of like, expanding on the game, and like possibly getting people to try different weapons and different ways of playing the game. I don't know if they would have an economy system with it, but I think that would be cool also.
Yeah,
Just throw that in there.
But yeah, man, is there any other ideas you might have or anything else you want to say?
No, that's it. That was it.
Yeah, no. I think our ideas are pretty good. Nintendo should listen to us and implement it.
Don't listen to me.
We should be making this game.
Basically, right.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, that's gonna be it for this discussion. It wasn't too long, only about 15 minutes. But yeah, guys, in the comments, let us know what are ideas for new ranked modes that you have, or not necessarily ranked modes, but just modes in general. And do you guys like the ideas we had, or do you think we're crazy? Let us know everything.
Somebody's gonna get mad at me for saying battle royale. So,
oh gosh, and they're gonna get mad at me for bringing up team deathmatch. But yeah, guys, that's gonna be it for us. Be sure to check out Negus' channel, because we just recorded a video for his channel where we talked about returning maps in Splatoon 3, and we made a tier list and we argued about stuff. It was amazing. So be sure to go check that out. And yeah, Negus, thank you for joining me as always. It's been a pleasure.
No problem.
Yep, and I will see you next week for the next episode of the Corner Store. Oh, and guys, also, Lee, if you have any ideas for future Corner Store episodes, feel free to leave them here, or leave them on my community post, or Negus' community post, or Negus' video. Basically, anywhere on both of our channels, you could leave them.
Right.
Yeah, that's gonna be it, guys. I hope you all have a good day. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
Bye.